What happens when you get out of alignment? On a physical level, emotionally, spiritually, anything that brings you out of sync with the fit that fits you. And when I speak about fit, I'm talking about, you know, the aspects of you that really make up your wellness scope and is more than just your physicality. So let's start with physicality and say, what happens when you become out of alignment? Say, for instance, you just don't exercise. You don't have any type of movement in your life, and you're able-bodied. You just don't have the inclination to do it. You don't know how to do it. You don't want to do it. There's one aspect of it. Another aspect is someone who is so restricted by their weight, they're so heavy that they, first of all, are embarrassed to go to the gym. They find it hard to move. It's very uncomfortable. Let's say someone that is, you know, even 100 pounds overweight, 50 pounds overweight, even 25. Well, for them to stand for, you know, 10, 15, 20 minutes, as opposed to someone who is fit, who has more muscle on them, who is carrying their body with good posture and good alignment, and really tapping into their muscle, as opposed to putting you know, weight into their joints. That's a huge difference. It's a whole different ball game. Then you have someone who is recovering from illness or an injury, an accident, anything of that nature. And then there's someone who is just, you know, dealing with a lot of things in life. They may have experienced some type of life crisis, like sudden death in their family, or divorce, or something of that nature, a job transition even. Maybe they lost their job, or planning a career move, something like that. So the focus is really all of that mental energy, which then becomes a drain and can lead to a mild depression, inaction, and really just the unwillingness to get out and to do things, even to exhibit any amount of self-care. So there's a different spectrum for you, some things to think about. And let's just talk about someone who is able-bodied, who is out there exercising and rocking it out, like really has good form, is lean, is muscular, and really is in a using their body to the max. So they're cruising along. They could get some tips from this. And who I really want to address are the people who really aren't that familiar with their body, who maybe don't like their bodies that much, who have experienced a lot of pain in their bodies for years and years, who have chronic pain, who have inflammation, who have flare-ups, who just go from, you know, prone to go from one accident to another, always bumping into something, having a car accident, anything of that nature. So there's, you know, there's definitely a link into something more than just their physicality. What happens when someone isn't strong in their primary muscles? Your body starts a tendency to, you know, rely on secondary muscles, and then also go into your joints, which is a lot of pain. So really what you want to do is you want to get an evaluation first to find out what it is that you're doing, and look at where you are. Forget about your past, no blame, no shame here. Just focus on where you are right now, and where I could meet you, for instance, to be able to have a conversation with you to say, okay, how can we look at what you're doing and show more possibility and show you what the potential is for you to start doing something healthy for yourself, and really bring the focus onto being healthy, and into a broader scope of fitness, rather than just having a great body or the perfect body, or you know, six-pack or whatever it is, that, you know, just focusing on your biceps or some body part. You really want to start looking at your body as a system. So someone who has you know, had an accident, an illness, weight issues, things of that nature, you're taxing a lot on your heart. You're taxing a lot on your respiratory system, on your nervous system. All of these things, your muscular system, because you have more inactivity, and you don't have as much lean body mass as opposed to fat mass. So these things all take a toll on your body. When you go back and forth with that, you have your highs and your lows, and you just keep on, you know, cycling through these phases of activity, inactivity, accidents, non-accidents, illness, you know, it all catches up with you and really isn't good for your body. So how about getting to the point where you're able to just ease yourself into a program where you're able to focus on what makes you feel good, what's easy for you, and what's manageable for you, that you can progress at a really steady and consistent pace, so that you can start to notice the changes that are happening in your body, and then make them lasting changes rather than go through the cycles or the back and forth or the up and the down, and really just, you know, have that one focus of a follow through. So there's one place, we're just talking about the physicality and how you can come out of alignment of that. Well, when you're in those spaces where you're suffering physically, you also then, it can affect your emotional health, it can affect your spirituality. You know, you start to lose the faith. You're like, wow, you know, I trusted this, I trusted that, I believed in this, and then all of a sudden, boom, nothing's happening. You just kind of see all bad things happening, and you really aren't experiencing the good. So it's okay. How can I now bring my focus to, you know, open up the energy so that I see something that's bigger than myself, that I can let more energy in, so that you can actually receive energy from a bigger source than just you trying to generate on your own. And that is really getting in touch with, you know, your conscious fields, and really allowing yourself to expand into them rather than get dragged into down into your own mire and muck and be stuck in that mud. And another area where you could be out of alignment is with your thinking. It's like you're on an autopilot, and there's always, you can even find yourself saying something, and there's this little tug inside going, I don't really believe that. I don't know why I said it. You know, that sounds like my mother. It sounds like my father. I don't know why I said that. Yeah, that doesn't really jibe for me. It's, you know, I've used to believe in that, or it's not really, it's what I've done, but it isn't really what I believe in. So these are all areas where you can really start to get into the fit system and start to get in touch with what you really want out of your life, how you want to exert your energy. Be full out in what you believe in about how you want to live your life, about the elements that you want to bring in that fit you and that bring you into alignment with your core values. That's what a fit evaluation will do. I know it sounds like a tall order, but we would choose one area to focus on to give you a complementary breakthrough in that area, and then depending on how we mesh, maybe go on to do a coaching program where you could really then dive in and really experience the scope of all of this and bring yourself full circle and really be immersed in who you are. That you put the focus into these different areas of being healthy, you integrate your beliefs and your systems and all of that with techniques that are really designed to accelerate you to have a change, you know, quickly. It isn't to start dredging up your past and focus on pain and all of other stuff. It's been there, you've done it, and it's time to leave that back there in the past so that you can be present in your now and really be rocking your life the way that you want. Sound good? Well, your next step would be to just enter your name and your email so that I can send you an invitation to connect with me so that we can have this conversation, so that we can give you that mini breakthrough, that aha, that really is going to bring you into being so that you can experience more in your life. You know, just get out of the places where you aren't aligned anymore and focus on what's better suited to you, to those areas that really fit you. And I would love to have that conversation with you. Again, just please send your name and your email so I can send you the information and an invitation to connect, and we can sit down and have this conversation. So I'm ready for you. I know you're ready for me. Let's connect. I'm Paula D'Andrea from pauladandrea.com and pdfitla.com, inviting you to join me in a fit evaluation. I'll catch you next time.